Let's take a moment to consider what this phrase means. If everything is energy, then everything we perceive, touch, feel, and experience, from the largest to the smallest, is made up of something we can't see with the naked eye, but that influences every aspect of our lives. Now imagine if you could manipulate that energy. If you could direct it, shape it, and use it to your advantage, what changes could you bring to your life? In this video, I promise you'll learn how to do this, and at the end, I'll reveal a secret that will completely change your understanding of energy management. But before we dive into this fascinating world, I want you to ask yourself this question. What is energy? While it may seem abstract, energy is all around us at all times. It's in the warmth of the sun, in the breeze that caresses your skin, in the beating of your heart. Energy knows no limits. It has no boundaries. And the good news is that it is also within you. That's right, you yourself are a being of energy. Have you noticed how your mood can change the atmosphere of a room? How your presence can uplift those around you, or, at times, make them feel uncomfortable for no apparent reason? All of this is energy. Now, manipulating energy is not something new. For thousands of years, cultures around the world have learned to interact with the invisible forces of the universe. From the ancient Egyptian sages to Tibetan monks and medieval alchemists, they all understood that the key to a fulfilled and balanced life lies in understanding and managing energy. What we call energy manipulation today is an ancient art, deeply rooted in Hermetic teachings, Eastern philosophy, and occultism. And while many believe that this knowledge is esoteric and reserved for a select few, the truth is that anyone can learn to do it. In fact, you are already doing it to some extent. You just might not be aware of it. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, when you think of something positive, you generate a high vibration that affects not only your mental state, but also your surroundings. On the contrary, when you immerse yourself in negative thoughts, you create a dense energy that can hinder your well-being. So if you're already generating energy with your thoughts and emotions, why not learn to direct it consciously? In this video, we will explore together how you can start to manipulate your own energy and that of your environment. It's not about magic or science fiction. It's about fundamental principles that, when understood and applied correctly, can transform your life. You see, one of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that energy is something outside their control. But the reality is that you are already in control. You just may not have known it. Now we'll show you how to do this consciously and effectively. Imagine, for a moment, that your body is like an antenna. It constantly absorbs and emits energy, and just like an antenna, you can adjust yourself to tune into different frequencies. These frequencies are the different vibrations you emit based on your mental and emotional state. If you are filled with love, gratitude, and compassion, your frequency is high, and you attract positive things into your life. But if you are filled with anger, fear, or sadness, your frequency is low, and that affects not only your well-being, but also the situations and people you attract. The key to manipulating energy lies in 3 basic principles that I'm going to teach you. These principles are universal and timeless, and although they have been passed down through generations, they have often been kept hidden in plain sight. Today, we are going to reveal those principles, and I will show you how to apply them immediately in your life. The first principle is that of vibration. Everything vibrates, from the tiniest particle to the stars in the sky. Everything is in constant motion. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions also vibrate. The higher your vibration, the more harmonious your life will be. We will learn how to elevate your vibrational frequency so that you can attract the circumstances and people you desire. The second principle is that of polarity. Every energy has 2 opposite poles, positive and negative. The secret here lies in understanding that both poles are necessary for balance. It's not about eliminating negative energy, but learning to transmute it. I'll show you how to do that, how to take a negative emotion or thought and transform it into something positive using a technique that has been around for centuries. And finally, the third principle, which is the most powerful of all, is intention. Energy follows intention. Where you place your attention, you place your energy. This means that everything you think and feel, whether consciously or unconsciously, is creating your reality. If you want to manifest something in your life, you first need to align your intention with the energy that will make it possible. By the end of this video, I will show you a technique for focusing your intention so effectively that you'll be amazed by the results. Now that we've introduced the basics, you're about to learn something that will change your life forever. But remember, this is just the beginning. What's coming next is even more revealing and profound. Now that you understand the fundamental principles of energy, it's time to take the next step. Learn how you can start to consciously manipulate it. The first thing you need to understand is that your body is already a channel of energy. From the moment you were born, you have been interacting with the energetic flow of the universe. Although you may have never stopped to think about it, every time you enter a room and feel a specific vibe, you are perceiving the energy of that space. Every time a person shares their enthusiasm with you or, on the contrary, drains you with their presence, you are experiencing an energetic exchange. The question is, how can we stop being merely passive receivers of energy and start directing it? This is where awareness comes into play. The difference between someone who deliberately manipulates energy and someone who is simply swept along by it is the level of awareness they have when interacting with the world. The more aware you are of your own energetic field, the more influence you will have over it. The first step to achieving this is learning to feel the energy. To start, I want you to do a small experiment. Rub your hands together vigorously for a few seconds, and then slowly pull them apart until they are a few centimeters apart. Focus on the sensation between them. Do you feel something? Many people experience a kind of warmth, tingling, or even a slight resistance, as if they're holding an invisible field. What you're feeling is energy. It's your own bioelectricity, the field you constantly emit, and that, with practice, you can learn to strengthen and direct. Buddhist monks, Qigong practitioners, and masters of esoteric arts have been using similar exercises for centuries to develop energetic sensitivity. This is not just a simple trick, but a real technique that allows people to connect with their own energy flow. At first, it might seem subtle, but over time, your ability to perceive and manipulate energy will grow stronger. The next step is learning to direct this energy. This is where visualization comes in, a powerful tool that has been used by mystics and scientists alike. Studies in neuroscience have shown that the mind doesn't easily distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you experience in reality. This means that when you visualize energy moving through your body, on some level, your brain perceives it as real and your energy field responds accordingly. To practice, sit in a quiet place. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Imagine a sphere of bright light in the center of your chest. Visualize how this light begins to slowly expand with each breath, filling your body and projecting outwards. You can picture it as a golden, blue, white field, or any color you feel most intuitive. The important thing is to focus on the sensation of energy moving and expanding. Now, bring your attention to your hands and visualize how the energy flows from your chest to them. Try to feel how your palms warm up or vibrate slightly. With practice, you'll be able to increase the intensity of this sensation and direct it to different parts of your body or even outward. Some people use this technique for healing, others to influence their surroundings, and some to strengthen their energetic presence in any situation. But true mastery in energy manipulation is not just about feeling it, but knowing how to transform it. Energy follows intention, and the clearer your intention, the more effective you will be in directing it. Great spiritual masters have always emphasized the importance of intention in all energetic practices. For example, in the Hermetic tradition, it is taught that the all is mind, which means everything in the universe responds to consciousness. Here's a powerful exercise you can do right now to experience the impact of intention on energy. Close your eyes and think of a moment when you felt deep gratitude or love. Relive it in as much detail as possible. As you do, place your hands over your heart and allow that feeling of gratitude to expand throughout your body. Then, imagine that this energy is projecting out into the world, wrapping those around you in a warm and loving light. This simple exercise can completely change the energy of your day. When you practice it regularly, you'll start to notice that people react differently to your presence, almost as if you suddenly have a magnetic field that attracts positive things to you. And this is no coincidence. What happens is that you are learning to raise your vibrational frequency and consciously influence the energy of your surroundings. But this is where many go wrong. Manipulating energy does not mean imposing your will on the world or forcing situations in your favor. It's about learning to flow with the energetic currents of the universe in a harmonious way. Esoteric teachings have always warned that attempting to manipulate energy with selfish or destructive intentions can bring unexpected consequences. The universe responds to the vibration you emit. So if you wish to attract balance and well-being, you need to operate from a state of balance and well-being. Now, there is a principle that few know, and it might be the most important of all. This principle explains why some people seem to manifest what they desire easily, while others struggle unsuccessfully. If you truly want to master the art of energetic manipulation, you need to know this principle, and that is exactly what we are going to reveal next. This principle is known in many spiritual and esoteric traditions, but it is rarely taught directly. It has been referred to in various ways: the principle of alignment, the law of energetic coherence, or the art of resonance. In simple terms, it means that simply wanting something or thinking about it isn't enough for energy to flow effectively. Your intention, your emotion, and your action must be in total harmony. Think about this. If you try to manifest abundance, but deep down you feel fear of scarcity, your energy is divided. If you say you want health, but internally see yourself as an unhealthy person, your vibration contradicts your desire. Energy doesn't respond to words, but to the total vibration of your being. That's why many people feel that their attempts to manipulate energy or manifest changes in their lives aren't working. It's not that the method is wrong, but because they're sending contradictory signals to the universe. The ancient wise ones of Egypt and Hermetics understood this principle and applied it in their spiritual practices and rituals. They knew that the key to manipulating energy wasn't just focusing on what they wanted, but becoming the very vibration of what they wanted to attract. This is the true secret. You don't attract what you want, but what you are in terms of vibration. This is where advanced techniques come into play to align your energy with what you wish to manifest. One of the most effective is the vibrational embodiment technique. Instead of simply visualizing what you desire, this technique takes you a step further. It asks you to act, feel, and think as if you are already in possession of it. To try it right now, choose something you wish to manifest in your life. It could be more confidence, more energy, more mental clarity, or even a change in your environment. Close your eyes and imagine how it would feel if you already had it. It's not just about seeing it in your mind, but completely immersing yourself in that emotion, feeling it in every cell of your body. Ask yourself, if I already had this, how would I act? How would I speak? What thoughts would I have? This exercise is so powerful because it programs your energy field to align with what you desire. When you practice this consistently, you begin to notice subtle changes in your reality. Opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere. The right people come into your life, and the obstacles that once seemed immovable begin to fade away. But there's an even deeper aspect of this principle that few understand, which is the role of surrender in managing energy. This may seem contradictory because, until now, we've talked about how to consciously direct and manipulate energy. However, there's a point at which trying to force an outcome can block the natural flow of the universe. This is where the concept of balance between intention and detachment comes in. Imagine trying to hold water with a closed hand. The tighter you grip, the faster it slips away. Energy works in a similar fashion. When you cling too tightly to a specific outcome, with anxiety or desperation, you create resistance that prevents energy from flowing freely. Great spiritual masters have spoken about this throughout history. In Taoist teachings, it is said that the wise person flows with the Tao instead of struggling against it. In Buddhism, it's taught that detachment is key to achieving enlightenment. In Hermetic alchemy, the importance of trusting natural processes of transmutation is emphasized. This doesn't mean you should be passive, but rather, after setting your intention and aligning your energy with it, you must allow the universe to do its part. You need to trust that the process is in motion and avoid the need to control everything. This is especially crucial when working with energy because the more you try to force an outcome, the harder it will be to achieve it. A practical exercise to work on this balance is the method of released intention. After doing a visualization or energy exercise, say aloud or in your mind, "This is already in motion. I release it to the universe and trust in its perfect manifestation." This sends a clear signal of trust and openness, allowing energy to manifest more smoothly. Now that we've explored these key concepts, we are ready to enter the most important part of this video. What we are about to reveal is the most profound and transformative aspect of energy management. It is the knowledge that has been safeguarded by esoteric schools for centuries, and when fully understood, allows a person not only to influence their own energy, but also the energy of the world around them. What you are about to discover is the most powerful teaching on the manipulation of energy, one that only the initiates of ancient schools of wisdom fully comprehend. This teaching will not only enable you to direct the energy within you, but will also give you the ability to influence the energetic flow of the world that surrounds you. It is knowledge that has been kept hidden throughout history, transmitted in symbols, cryptic texts, and rituals that only a few have been able to interpret. This supreme principle is the principle of energetic oneness. What does this mean? Everything that exists is a single vibrational flow in different manifestations. You are not an external observer of the universe. You are part of it. Your energy is not isolated within your body. It constantly interacts with all that exists. Ancient Egyptian sages taught that the human being is a microcosm within the macrocosm. In other words, what happens within you also happens in the universe. This idea is encapsulated in the famous Hermetic principle, as above, so below, as within, so without. This means that any change you make in your internal energy will be reflected in the external reality. But here's the true secret. When you achieve a state of total harmony with the universal energy, you can direct it with a force that seems almost miraculous. Energy ceases to be something you try to manipulate and becomes something that simply flows through you naturally and effortlessly. Esoteric traditions have spoken of this in many forms. In Qigong practice, it is said that when the practitioner reaches a high level of mastery, the energy moves without resistance and without conscious effort. In Hinduism and Buddhism, this state is described as the opening of the higher chakras and the connection with the divine flow. In alchemy, it is referred to as the opus magnum, the great work, the state in which the human being and universal energy become one. Now, how can you achieve this state? This is where a technique comes into play that few people know about, but which has been used by great spiritual masters: the expansion of energetic consciousness. This technique allows you to break the illusion of separation between you and the universe, enabling you to manipulate energy from a deeper level. To practice it, follow these steps. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Feel the energy within you. At first, it may just seem like a slight sensation of warmth or vibration, but with practice, this feeling will become more intense. Now, instead of seeing your energy as something limited to your body, begin to expand your perception. Imagine that your energetic field extends beyond your skin, enveloping the space around you. Then allow it to expand further, encompassing the entire room, the whole building you are in, the entire city. Continue to expand until you feel that your energy merges with the energy of the earth, the sun, the stars. At this point, you should visualize that there is no longer a distinction between you and the universe. You are part of the whole, and the whole is part of you. This exercise may seem simple, but its impact is profound. When you practice it regularly, you begin to notice changes in your perception. You feel a greater connection with nature, with people, with the flow of life. And most importantly, you realize that energy is already in constant motion in your favor. You just need to align with it. This is where true mastery over energy occurs. When you stop seeing it as something external that you are trying to control, and start experiencing it as something that you simply are. You do not need to force the energy to do what you want. You only need to tune into it, and it will respond naturally. When you reach this state of energetic oneness, everything changes. Your thoughts and emotions are no longer obstacles, but tools of creation. Your very presence begins to affect those around you, without you having to do anything. It is said that great spiritual masters didn't need to perform grand rituals or ceremonies to move energy, because their very existence was already a perfect manifestation of the universal flow. But here's something even more astonishing. When you reach this level of energetic connection, you begin to experience constant synchronicities. The right people and opportunities appear in your life effortlessly. Problems that once seemed impossible to solve find solutions naturally. It's as if the universe itself starts conspiring in your favor. And this leads us to the final and most powerful revelation of this video. What I'm about to tell you now is the ultimate knowledge that the initiated have held for centuries. It is the principle that, when understood and applied, allows you not only to manipulate energy, but also to manifest any reality you desire with nearly absolute precision. You're about to discover it. Thank you for watching.